Morning, everybody, and welcome to Aircraft Expeditions. We are on another live stream here at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. We are waiting for aircraft to come in. We just heard some A-10s take off, so they should be back later on, about 2 hours or so, or maybe less. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to welcome everybody in and just have a seat, enjoy. Hopefully we'll have some, sorry about that. Hopefully we'll have some, interesting aircraft coming in today. We, unfortunately with our government shutdown, we may not have a lot coming in. It all depends, but, I know today is what they call divestment day, and a retirement day for some of these aircraft, and they normally come in about on Thursdays, so we'll see what happens from there and that point on. So I want to welcome everybody in and just enjoy it. We'll take it as it comes. We'll see what comes in. Hopefully we'll have some aircraft that will be joining us today. Just some news to report. We've got a couple of days ago, the N787RR Rolls-Royce testbed 747-200 is officially now retired. It took its last flight from Tucson International Airport to Marana, which is MZJ, Pinal Air Park, and it's now being stored up there at Pinal. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up about that. And like I said, unfortunately, it's not going to the Pima Air Museum as of yet. We do not know. I believe from what my contact up there at Pinal was telling me, that they're probably just going to take out some vital systems that belong to Rolls-Royce, and we'll see what happens, see where they go from there. Hopefully, it's a 50-50 shot from what he said about the Rolls-Royce being scrapped, which I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it gets a good home at the Pima Air Museum. We'll see what happens there. But like I said, it's up in the air at this point for the Rolls-Royce test bed. I'm just hoping they save it because it is an icon for Tucson. It's been here for over 20 years, and this was its base of operations for that time. So we'll see. It's gonna be kind of hard to contemplate that it's gone, and we don't know if anything's coming back in for the test bed and things like that. So all right, so what we are doing right now is we're looking northwest, the northwest arrivals for Davis-Monthan runway 13. During the morning time, the aircraft shift, or they start out here, and usually around 12 noon, they will go in and come in and land, and the winds will shift around 12 o'clock. So let's see what happens today. We're going to enjoy ourselves and have some fun. I appreciate y'all coming in and checking things out with me, and we'll see what kind of good stuff comes in. Generally, like yesterday, for example, I was here, and we saw a bunch of F-16s. We saw one from the ex-Florida Maco's F-16 that I took some photo shots of. You'll be able to see those probably on my Viper Aviation Photography Facebook page. So check that out if you want to see some good shots. Hopefully I'll upload them today. We'll see what happens. But we're just going to sit here and see what comes down and goes down. As I said, we're in our normal spot here right by the runway 13, and we will see what goes down. if you're in the chat, or if you are watching and you want to get in the chat and say hello, and we'll give you a shout out on the live stream. Now, this is the second live stream from Davis-Monthan that we've done. If you all haven't seen the first one was fairly active. So let's see what goes down. Let's see what goes down today. Like I said, we're facing through northwest from runway 13. I just heard some A-10s take off, so most likely those will be coming back here about an hour or two. We'll see what happens there as well. Didn't have very much going on yesterday, so like I said, hopefully we'll see. I've got the binoculars ready to go. Binoculars are ready to go, and we are going to spot some aircraft and see what comes in. Like I said, if you are in the chat, please go ahead and say hello. I would appreciate it, and we'll get you going, and we'll have some fun. Looks like my spotter friend says EA-37 591 is coming back. So we might be able to see the EA-37 land here, guys. Now, for those of you that don't know what an EA-37 is, the EA-37 is the replacement for the EC-130 Compass Call. And the Compass Call is being retired as we speak. So there's going to be 3 that are being retired, and those are based here at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. So those are going to be towed over to AMARG. Okay, AMARG is basically the Boneyard. Now, we are supposed to be having some F-15s coming in. Last week there was 2 flights of F-15s coming in, or they came in, excuse me, and the F-15s were C and D models. So we'll see. There was actually 4 that came in last week. I got photographs of them all, and like I said, you never can tell what's going to come in here. Like I said, it could be to where they stay here, or not stay here, but they come in here and they do their thing and whatnot. I'm going to fix this real quick. Now, generally, if you look to the right of your screen, guys, just a little bit, those 2 light poles where that car is going is normally the approach angle, okay? And then the pole that's directly in front of my car to the left is the actual flight path into the base. So, but generally, like I said, if you see these cars going to the right here on your screen, you'll see that they're basically, my vantage point basically is from the actual runway side here. So we'll be able to see whatever's coming in. Hopefully we'll have a couple of heavies come in. That'd be nice. Like I said, if you're on and watching the live stream, please go ahead and jump in the chat and say hello. We'll give you a shout out. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm looking at the binoculars to see if we see anything coming. Nothing as of yet right now. Now I will be there are several videos coming out that I want to mention to all of you that I'm working on. One of which is the heavies video. The heavies video is basically all of the heavy aircraft. Hey, Nate, there you are. How you doing? Good to see you, Nate. As I was saying, the video that's coming out is the heavies video. I'm including every single heavy aircraft that I've filmed, and two of which, actually three were just recent. There was two, actually four that were recent. Pardon. I have the three Kalita 747-400s that came in the past week. And I also have the C5 Galaxy that came out the week prior to that. So there's going to be four cool videos or pieces of that video that you're going to be able to see. C-17s, we've got the Rolls-Royce test bed on one of its final flights. We've got all kinds of interesting stuff. Like I said, we've got an Airbus A321 that was being shuttled to Ascent Aviation. I mean, literally. We've got a bunch of cool stuff. We got KC-135s, I believe. And the next video that we're working on is the actual farewell retirement video for the Rolls-Royce test bed that I'm working on. So check that out. Hey Nate, I've got a question for you, buddy. Do we have anything coming in to Davis-Monthan, or do we have anything that's close to the area? I'd like to see that. If you can look at the flight tracker. I've got cool friends here that actually will look at the flight tracker for us. Hopefully we can rock and roll and get some updates. I love when everybody comes in and we can all chat together and we can have some fun and enjoy our spotting experiences together here. You know, it's pretty awesome stuff. I'm glad that 4 people have joined us for the live stream. Looks like nothing is coming. I just was informed that an EA-37 is supposed to be coming in, or it just took off. Yeah, you were just checking, Nate. That's pretty cool. I don't think anything's coming in right now. It's 10 o'clock. I originally was supposed to go live about 8 o'clock, but unfortunately, I kind of overslept. Had a long night last night, and I had to deal with some computer issues, and finish writing one of my articles and whatnot. Guys, if you want to check out some of my articles, you can actually go to Vintage Aviation News and check out. I wrote an article about the Tuskegee Airmen, the retirement of the Rolls-Royce test bed, and an article about a friend of mine. His name is Dwayne Bennett. That actually was published. I've also got other articles on DreamlandResort.com under the Black Projects section. So it's about the NGAD and the F-47 and things like that. So you might have to check those out. I've got an article about the current whereabouts of the still flying F-117s. In fact, Matt Hartman, who's a friend of mine, actually took some photos of 2 F-117s that were being tanked by one of the KC-46s. It was over California, but they were heading toward Mexico. And so, check that out. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen those already. But my good friend Matt Hartman actually took some nice shots of the tanking. And it was like, I'd say about 15 to 20,000 feet. He got some good shots. He got some really good shots. And those F-117s came out of Groom Lake. Believe it or not. That was a great catch he got. the aviationist picked up his photographs. A couple other places have picked up his photographs, and it's interesting to see. It's interesting to say. Now, F-117, just so everyone knows. Okay, Nate, I appreciate it. So Nate's telling me that that there's no inbounds currently, so we'll see what happens. He's going to keep his eyeballs out peeled. But we're here for a while, guys. We're here for a while. We're not going to go anywhere. We're just we're looking northwest right now, so we're looking into the sky. So yeah, like I said, the F-117 is actually doing testing. They're testing different systems out and things like that. So that's something to keep an eye on. It really is, because now a fellow YouTuber friend of mine, Uncanny Expeditions, actually captured the B-21 landing at Groom Lake Area 51. So that's kind of interesting. There's now 2 B-21s that are actually operating. One out of Edwards and one out of Groom Lake. They're doing test flights. That would be interesting to see it come into Davis-Monthan. But I've gotten a couple of pieces of information I'm still checking out, but I don't see that happening. I really don't. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Unless it's for an air show, which I sincerely doubt. That's not going to happen for a long, long time. So thanks, guys, for stopping by and enjoying this time with me. I think this is kind of a really neat thing to do. Excuse me. I like coming out here to check out some of the aircraft coming in. And, like I said, the Air Guard will come over here too. So since the government shut down, I don't know if they're going to be flying. I mean, they were flying yesterday. I know that much, because I was sitting here watching them. I was actually taking photographs of them actually landing. Actually, got one pretty cool photo of the Florida Mako's F-16 actually taking off from runway 13, but going northwest. And I got a full afterburner shot of him taking off. He went straight up, pretty much. It's pretty cool. But I think a lot of us. I think a lot of us want to see the good stuff, Oh, this thing keeps falling down on me. Gee whiz. Well, see, this is unedited, guys. I'm not giving you an edited version of what's going on here. If my mess ups and mistakes here on the live stream, you'll see the same thing. So it's pretty funny. It's kind of like bloopers almost, So we'll get out here in a second. We'll walk around and we'll check out a few things, and we're hoping that we see some activity fairly soon. The only bad part about the Arizona weather here is we don't know whether it's going to be cloudy, hot, cold, whatever, So, it's like I said, it's going to be Going to be pretty interesting to see how hot it gets here right now. It's already starting to get warm. I'm not showing any activity as we speak here. Looking at the binoculars now. We're at the using the binoculars. Like I said, the activity here at Davis-Monthan really is, you never know what's going to happen. You never know if we're going to have a busy day, or if we're not going to have a busy day, or what have you. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. To see, at least at Tucson International Airport, you can predict what's coming in, what's not coming in, you know, because of the flight trackers. But here at Davis-Monthan, sometimes you can't even see fighter jets on this flight radar. You just have to be here. And it's questionable. Let's put it that way. It's questionable. And like I said, it's questionable. I'd like to see a lot of stuff happening. But, I mean, last week was a real treat, because we got to see those 3 747s. It was funny because the 747s came within a couple of days, about a day or two of each other. Let's see, we got an aircraft over here. Looks like Frontier is landing over at the Tucson airport. So now I know exactly which direction they're coming. When I left this morning from home, I actually was looking at the wind direction and which way they're landing. So it looks like they're landing from the northwest. So we should be able to get some decent activity here. You know, you never know. But like I said, we may not see much air guard activity today because of the shutdown, the government shutdown. And that's going to, like I said, drill weekend for this weekend, from what I've been hearing, has been canceled. So that kind of stinks. Because apparently what was supposed to be coming are the Marine Corps F-35s that were supposed to be landing or acting as aggressors for the F-16s. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen, apparently. I'm kind of bummed about that. Kind of bummed about that, actually. You know, it's just, it really upsets me. That it doesn't surprise me, but it upsets me. That we can't have a drill weekend this weekend, but you know, I knew it was coming. So Nate, how are you doing? Oh yeah, I know, Nate. I know, and it was a real bummer. A real bummer. We don't have anything coming in the sky except for that Frontier that was actually landing, so we're still waiting. Yeah, it was kind of a bummer, you know. I really, we got a helicopter behind us. It looks like Border Patrol. Yeah, it kind of stinks. Oh, Nate, you've been out at Naval Air Station Oceana? Oh my goodness, man. Oh, and my friend Scott actually was at the Miramar Air Show this past weekend, so that was something. I wish I could have gone, but unfortunately, duty calls for work. Life calls. He actually has some video. I'm actually going to be making a video of the Miramar Air Show 2025. Also, once he uploads all the footage he's got from it. There was the Marine Corps Legacy flight. There was the MagTip demo. There was apparently the F-22 took off, but 2 minutes later it landed. It was having some problems, but that F-22, even when it was here at Davis-Monthan for the air show, it had issues, it had problems. And it didn't fly very much, so imagine that. I'm glad everybody's hopefully enjoying this live stream, and the live streams I attempt to put on because I want people to experience Davis-Monthan aviation around Arizona and Tucson and things like that. It's really awesome. It's really awesome to experience what goes on here. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go up to Nellis to actually do some plane spotting in a live stream. We'll see what happens there. One of these days I'll get enough gusto to fly up there. I don't think I'll be driving up there because it's too long. It's the almost the same distance from here to California, and I've already been to California twice. I've actually been to a lot of the air museums and the Midway and all that stuff out there. I'm actually eating at the Kansas City barbecue, the Top Gun restaurant. It's real. You've got to experience it in order to explain it. Let's put it that way. I know earlier we had one of the runner 737s flying around in Arizona, so he's not coming this way. I already know that much. He's already north of Tucson when I left my home. This might be even a quiet day. I don't know. Because like I said, normally Thursdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Thursday being a main day, basically would be for divestments and retirements. So, and normally Thursdays are the day that they come in, because I've seen more divestments on a Thursday. That's just the schedule that I've seen. My assumption schedule, I should say. So it's interesting, and I'm really surprised I don't see any of my fellow spotters out here. Especially my friend Ned, because he's usually out here about this time. So we don't know. This might have been a bust day. I don't know. But I figure, hey, why not get some do a live here. Like I said, I heard A-10s taking off behind me, so I usually can hear them. So we've got some A-10s that are in the air right now. Yeah, one of my spotter friends was telling me that Tron 41 might be heading back over here. He took off early this morning. And for those of you that don't know what Tron 41 is, it's an EA-37 Compass Call 2. That's what's replacing the EC-130s here at Davis-Monthan. They've already got a bunch of them here. 591, Nate, just so you know, 591 went to Misawa, Japan for, I guess, training, overseas training. But, 591 is the serial number of that EA-37. That one went to Misawa, Japan. Now, just so you know, guys, from what they've been saying, what they've already decided is instead of the MC-130 Commando 2s, or the MC-130 Squadron, we're getting CB-22 Ospreys, the Air Force version of the MV-22. We're getting a squadron of those. So that's an updated that's an update for our Special Operations Command here at that's taking place here at Davis-Monthan, the transition. So it's gonna be nice to see MV-22s in the air over here. Let me see. Hey, Nate, how far is Tron 41 out? And where is he exactly? Is he over Safford, Arizona, or near Safford, Arizona? I see a hawk out there. It looked like the EA-37. There's a hawk actually flying out there. Here's another hawk. So apparently we've got Tron 41 coming in, and he should be hopefully coming back. More than likely he'll be back today. Today sometime. Yeah, between Safford and that's what I thought. That's where they're practicing. He might be doing loop-de-loops. Doing his thing. He probably won't be back for another hour or so, maybe less. I got to watch the sky a little bit higher because we might have aircraft that are doing the low approaches or the high approaches. Well, really, he's ultra high. He's probably at 38,000 feet. Probably 38 to 40,000 feet. I can almost guarantee it. That's kind of the altitude he likes to fly at when he does his testing. Well, Nate, let's put it this way. It should be nice to see you again here back in Arizona. When the drill weekend does happen, hopefully this shutdown will actually lift before that. But I don't see it happening. Hopefully they still do it on the weekend. Like I said, my vantage point, I'm actually sitting in this spot that's been dubbed homeless camp. Okay, because we're right across the way right here, guys, where I'm pointing, is the homeless camps that are here in Tucson. There's like 300, 400, 500 people living across the street here in tents. I'm surprised they don't come over here and start doing the same thing. Well, Nate, you got to let me know when you come out, because that way we can plan on I can plan on doing some spotting with you and the wife. Well, just be good to see you again, at least. Definitely be good to see you again. I don't hear any F-16s over at the airport, because normally I can hear them from here. I know there are folks coming in and out of the live stream right now because, there's no real action going on right now. And I was hoping to grab something today. Hopefully we can grab that EA-37. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to. Nate, has he pointed in this direction yet, as far as you can tell? Yep, I told you. I knew it. He just turned northeast. He'll be back later in the day, I know that much, but we won't be live streaming that at the time, unfortunately, because it gets real hot out here. Yeah, he did. I kind of figured he would do a 180. He's doing his ritual, as they call it. Now, Nate, if you can do me a favor, go ahead and check out around Arizona, like, for example, see if anything's pointed in this direction. Because if there's something that's pointed in this direction, we could probably watch it. That would be great. And I didn't hear anything on the live ATC this morning, so that kind of bugs me. Boy, there's a lot of Amazon vehicles coming this morning. That's like the 5th one I've seen so far. Wow. Because sometimes a C-17 will sneak in here, or a C-5 will sneak in here. I know that one of the Chile aircraft over by San Antonio was actually up. I don't know if he's going to be flying in this direction, or if he's going to be flying just doing touch and goes. I think they're just training him over there. And we're still looking northwest. We're looking to see on the don't see anything as of yet. Ah, A-10s. Yeah, that's the one I was tracking this morning. We just had a couple A-10s go over. So we are going to check them out. All right. Here we go. We're going to get out of the car right now. Because they're going to be doing a peel off right now. They just went out, did a high approach. Let's see. Yep, they're over there. This is runway 13 right here was what we're looking at, guys. Warthogs. We got the hogs coming in. Uh-oh, we got something coming in here. What the heck is this? Is that a... No, that's a hawk. Oh, Lordy. There's our hogs right there. Who let the hogs out? See if we can get them here. Finally, we've got some action. Got another hog inbound. Oink, oink, boo. Oink, oink, boo. See if if he's going to take off again or not. I'm wondering. I don't see him taking off again. Nope, doesn't look like it. So, that's the first. All right. Yeah, I am unfortunately my thanks, Josh. I appreciate you calling that out. Yeah. Sorry about that. Did at least you get some of the aircraft in the shot? See, the problem is my phone screen went dim for some reason. I don't know why. All right, well, we'll have to do a little bit better. It's kind of hard to see the screen because of the sun. Looks like they landed, so that's going to be a one-shot deal. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Who let the hogs out? There they go. Here we go. Well, it looks like one actually peeled off without me knowing about it. So there you go. At least you got one hog in there. Ah. 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 Yeah, I got that one. See what it is I think I zoomed in a little bit too much, guys. Whoops. Oh, that's just the fun of it, but guys, come on, it's just the fun of it. That's the fun of trying to capture these things. Well, that's the first in many sightings, guys. I mean, so let's have some fun. I didn't even see those jokers. I didn't see those jokers sneak up on me like that. That was funny. I'm like, oh, we got HNs. I like having a little fun with this, guys. You guys make it good. I love it. See what we got. I think there's a hawk out there. The stupid hawks. I swear, he's so big out. He's so big when he's got his wings swept out. But it looks like there's an airplane on approach. Hey, Photog, man! Oh my gosh, I forgot you were Photog, Joshua. Oh my god. It's good to see you, man. Holy cow. That is too cool. Oh my goodness. I completely forgot your spotter name. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Another A-10. Excitement. I almost knocked the phone down. That's funny. Oh, that was hilarious. I almost knocked the phone down while I was trying to get the warthog. I'm like, ooh. I'm actually sitting in my car because it's too warm out there, so that's one of the reasons why I jump out. I think it's funny. Looks like they're doing a left-hand downwind and to base, and then they're going into runway 13. I am Nate. I'm out just off of Golf Links, and where Aviation Highway and Golf Links meet, there's a little spot on the side. We call it homeless camp. Yeah, Josh. Definitely. And I'm hoping that Congress keeps a few of them in service, like they're talking about, because I honestly don't think that the A1 Skyraider 2 is going to do it any justice. I really don't, honestly. I really don't. It's going to kind of irritating me, because yet we can go ahead and re-engine and redo a F-15 into the F-15 Eagle 2, but yet we can't sit there and, retrofit these A-10s to have better avionics and things like that. I completely, they can do that with a B-52. They can do that with a B-52. They can do that with any type of platform out there. But they can't do it with the A-10. We got another A-10, guys. Yeehaw. Here we go. I'm not going to get excited. Here we go. I'm not going to get excited about... They should keep this aircraft flying. Every grunt that I've talked to, every person I've talked to has said to me that I've talked to a lot of Marines and a lot of people on the ground who I've been reading a lot. You know what, Josh? I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking it's going to be Starship Stratofortress. Honestly. NCC B-52. I'm telling you, that thing's been in service for about 85 years already. Oh, I do have a couple more coming in. Okay. Well, let's watch them and see. Let's watch for them and see. I think they might have taken off around 8 o'clock, because like I said, I just literally got here about an hour ago. I'm looking at through the binoculars right now. It makes me mad that they pick and choose what platforms. The A-10 is a proven platform, okay? And only a couple have been, I think only one has been shot down. They've all come back with battle damage. They've all come back with, all kinds of stuff. And it just irritates the hell out of me that, why are you going to, the Su-25 Frogfoot, for example, that's going to be in service for a long time. Hey, Josh, that's the Nate you're thinking of that goes to Tucson Airport all the time. He always flies in from where he lives, and he's always there with his wife and things like that. I think you've met him once when you met me over at the airport. Because you did meet the Nate Leong. You have met him. Because I was there. Yeah, I'm not sure about those A-10s there, Nate. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Josh, it's small world. Nate's been a really good friend of mine for at least a year or two. Small world. I'm glad you guys could join me on the live stream. That's awesome. By the way, Nate, he goes by Photog. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of his work too. Oh wow, we got 6 people. Right on. Welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining us. And just give you guys a heads up, we now have a merch store now for Aircraft Expeditions. Check it out. If you look on the channel and you go to the links, you'll be able to see we're using fourth wall. Zia Spotter, how you doing? Welcome. Hello. It's great to see you. Great to see you. So if you go up to the top of the channel and hit more links, you guys will see a link for the online store that we have. Yeah, I figured as much, Nate. I figured as much. They always do that. I don't know why. No, it's the military. But we got mugs, we got caps, we got Nate, no, I don't think so. He just went over top of me. As you can hear. Let's see. He's up there. CB peels off here. It doesn't look like he's peeling off. Nope. Of course, we have an aircraft up the top there. Oh yeah, he's peeling off to the left. He's going to do a left downwind. We'll be able to see him. Very cool. Well, I'm parked right by a tree here, so I probably won't see him until he comes out of this tree. It's awesome that you guys are here to witness this with me. Thank you for joining. You guys are awesome. I just enjoy doing this. I don't know why. There's a lot of channels out there that just like for money and stuff. They want to make money off of it. This is my hobby. Oh, here he comes. You'll see him. He's up there by that branch up there. Weather's fine. It's nice and clear over here. I've been out here since it's about 10 o'clock-ish. Comes our A-10. Cool. Oh, temperatures are okay. I'm not sweating. Well, I am sweating, but not profusely, like some like some people are. But profusely, no. I mean, literally, it's nice in the morning. It's cool in the morning. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's put it that way. I mean, literally around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, of course, we all know it gets warm. But in the morning, it's pretty chilly. Well, not chilly, but it's pretty chill. And Josh, you are correct, man. I'm going to miss hearing it when the 357th decides to close up shop. From my understanding, there's only 10 A-10s on the tarmac over there. Everything else is like a ghost town. And somebody took a picture. I'll see if I can grab it, but I'll have to credit them though. But I will. I'll post it in the community area of the channel. So if you look at the post where it says posts, I'll post it there. Basically, it looks like a ghost town over at the base. The only thing that's really active is where the EC-130s and the EA-37s are sitting, and where the helicopters are sitting, which is right behind me. Yeah, exactly, Josh. Exactly. When El Toro decided to close, I mean, it was like, mass exodus, Yeah. I have to agree. An end of an era. I've been in Tucson as long as the A-10 has been here. I've been in Tucson for about 38 years, and they came in right at the edge of the A-7 being retired. So once the 355th Squadron, we got another A-10. I'm just going to put this out the window so you guys can see. There we go. It's mainly A-10s right now. Hopefully we get some more aircraft in here soon. It's a shame. It's shameful that such a workhorse can take out tanks and vehicles and personnel, and literally can loiter for hours upon end. And all of a sudden now they want to retire it. And they want to retire for an aircraft that is not, one shot will put that thing out of action. 1 or 2 bullet shots. Doesn't have any armor around it like the A-10 does. Oh yeah. I actually know a couple of guys that were saved by the A-10. A couple of Marine buddies, friends of mine. They were telling me that they called in an airstrike, and the airstrike was spot on. They took out the enemy combatants, and they were able to finish their mission very easily. I was like, wow, unbelievable. Now, I do hear an F-16. I'm not sure if the F-16s are going to be coming over here or not. It sounds like they just took off and went over to the range. Like I said yesterday, I got the an F-16 from the Florida Makos, the ex-Florida Makos. I don't know. I posted them on our spotting group. I'll post them if you guys want on the post area. Also, it's up to you guys. But that was a cool spotting thing yesterday for F-16s. We had one from CO, I think it was CO, Colorado. It was an International Guard bird. And we had one D model from the Arizona Guard, and we had the FM, the one that had the FM tailcode. Like I said, I got a burner shot of him taking off. He went northwest instead of southeast. Oh, I know, Josh. They sure do. They got some good tail flashes on those Florida Mako F-16s. What I want to get is I want to get Sandman, the F-15 that's supposed to be retired here. That's the one I want to get. He's supposed to be retiring. I guess they canceled it or something. He's still over at Kingsley Field up there in Oregon. So he was supposed to leave and come here, but he never did. As I was saying, guys, about the store, the online store, there's a lot of products up there that you can order. I'm working on getting a code for subscribers. So once I get a code for subscribers, if you, I only give it to you guys privately, so I will never give it to you publicly. I will send a code if you're a subscriber to the channel. I'll give you like a discounted code to order stuff from the store. Let's put it that way. Anybody that subscribes to the channel or supports the channel, I'll give you a nice code. That's what I'm going to start doing. Like I said, we've got t-shirts now. We've got coffee mugs. We've got we have a retirement t-shirt of the KC-10. There goes another A-10. For all of you to, support the channel and things like that, or to do, we have a donation link also if you want to donate, so we can do more of this stuff. I'm very limited on what I can do at this point. I'm very limited. What do we got here? We got something coming in, it looks like. You look at the binoculars. It's a private jet. Looks like he's turning toward the airport. Not sure if he's going to the airport or if he's coming here. And like I said, the merch will actually be sent directly to you. I don't do any of the shipping or anything like that. It's really good stuff. Good quality stuff. All right, another A-10 inbound on base to final. There we go. Like I said, that never gets old. It never gets old, that sound. It's going to be hard to put into... it's going to be hard to fathom that it's going to be gone soon. It really is. You know, the funny thing is that sometimes the government will change their mind. Josh, it looks like they are running sorties, because I do see bombs, and I do see Maverick missiles underneath the wings. They probably went out around 8 o'clock, and now they're just now coming back, which is about 2 hours. That's about as long as they stay out. They fly over to the range, they come back, they do their business, they come back. That's about the size of it. That's usually the go-to thing for it. You know, and when they do come back, they do touch and goes, and then they land permanently for the day. That's usually the norm for them. So sometimes what happens is we have a bunch of activity for the A-10s, then it quits, and then it starts up again. You know, it's like, I may do a 3-hour live stream, I may do a 2-hour live stream. I don't know how it's going to pan out unless there's a lot of activity going on. Looks like he might have landed. I don't see him actually coming back in the pattern here. Yeah, Matt Hartman is a good friend of mine, Josh. Matt Hartman has actually approached me because I do write for DreamlandResort.com, and a lot of my articles, about 5 or 6 of my articles, are up on Dreamland Resort. And Matt is a good friend of mine, and he knows Peter Merlin. And he was showing me, he says, hey, look at this. And he sent me the link to his Flickr account. Yes, you are aware. Okay. So, yeah, he sent me all the information. He also should have told me about Rat 55 about a day or two ago, flying around up by Star Wars Canyon area. Nate, it's been a pleasure. Come back and see us again. You have a great one, my friend. It's always a pleasure to see you. So yeah, Joshua, it's an honor. I've known Joe Arnu since God knows how long. And George and I have spoken a lot, and through email and through Facebook Messenger and all that stuff. And he said, "Hey, you've got this article." I showed him a couple of my other articles. I said maybe I could write for you, and so on and so forth. And he said, yeah, he liked my first article about Rat 55. It's a really good article, and pretty much. It went off from there, I'm currently writing an article about the N-gap engines that they've got going on. Pratt & Whitney and General Electric have got, they're in competition right now for the F-47, the NGAD program, CCA program, or whatever you want to call it. And right now what they're doing is they're trying to compete on which which company is going to be used in the production of the F-47. You know, Joshua, you know, I had the same thought. I had the same exact thought about going up there and living. But unfortunately, too much property, it costs too much to live up there. Now the NGAD, let's put it this way. People that I know, you know, they don't talk about classified programs, but they kind of like point me in nonchalant directions. And they say, hey, you know, check this out. You know, it's just public knowledge. But I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research on different things. And every one of my articles have got a lot of research done on them. I do maybe a month or two research on it, and then I put out what I can, and then all of a sudden, you know, I find out more information that I update it with, you know. But there's people out there that I know, you know, sources I know, things like that, you know. But I really don't think, since our beloved leader has announced the F-47, you know, they're trying to rush that thing into service, or rush that thing, the development. And I just don't. It takes time. It takes time to develop a good aircraft. It takes time. Maybe, 5-10 years minimum. Yeah, who knows? It just, the way it is. I mean, that's the way it is. Oh, we got... Oh, my God. Don't tell me this is an Osprey. What the hell is this? Oh, no, it's an A-10. Look like an Osprey coming. Yeah, it may not. It may have or may have not been rushed. Got another A-10 coming in on final. Look at that. Yeah, we had a lot of test articles. A lot of them buried too. Yep. It was the same thing with the F-117. They had the one that they buried, and then they got the one at the museum, the Air Force Museum, and things like that. So, you know, I understand that completely. It's just the fact that there's a lot of testing that involves around a lot of these programs. I mean, like I said, I was watching the interview with Peter Merlin on the Dreamland Resorts YouTube, and Peter was saying that when he did the research on his book, Dreamland, he came across a lot of test articles that were never even mentioned, never, you know, either buried or whatever the case may be, right there at Groom Lake. I mean, it's something else. Just imagining what may be out there is fascinating. What may be out there being buried, you know. I mean, they literally should put them in museums. They actually do have from what I understand, from what Peter was saying, they got an actual museum, right? The burn pits. The burn pits, I'm telling you. It's something. Well, looks like we might have something else coming in. I hear something. Craning my neck out the window here. It's a shame. It's a shame about it, because there's a lot of good stuff and good technology that's out there that would be able to be saved or be looked at. There's another A-10. That's what I thought. Here he comes. Oh crap! There's two of them. There's one over on the side right there, and there's one coming in on final approach here. There's three of them. Holy smokes. Like one right there, and there's another one coming in right here. They're coming in from the left approach, or not the right approach, but the left approach now. That's pretty cool. And his little brother is right there. Looks like he's going to do a flyover. Cool. Oh, we got A-10s above us now. Right there. Very cool. Yep, you're getting your A-10s worth there, Joshua. You're getting your A-10s worth. Who got the wave? Yeah, the A-10s, they're something else, I tell you. Yep, here they come. Oh, another one, jeez. We're doing high approaches today. I don't know what's up with that. It's crazy. They'll probably be coming around again because they got to land sometime. There's a lot of stuff happening over at that base. I'm telling you, there's stuff that we don't even realize. And Jorg Arnu, he actually does do a lot of research over there, and he actually lives in Rachel. Yeah, it looks what it looks like here, Joshua. Looks like their spacing got a little mixed up. There's a lot of goodies coming in. A lot of A-10s today. Probably some of the ones that took off about 8 or 9. Oh, we got a high one here. What the hell he's doing? I'm not going to even get him on camera. He's way too high. You won't be able to see him. I think we got a high flyer here. Looks like a business jet. Got a couple of high flyers here. Oh, wow. That looks like a biz jet. There's looks like a 787 or a 777 that's flying over Tucson right now. That's a good thing about having binoculars. Another high-flying A-10 right here. I'm sure you can hear him. There we go. Got one that's actually landing here. Yeah, Joshua. Another high flyer. Cool. See now the fire pit's warming up. Yeah, I like York. He's a good guy. He really is. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary. He's not doing anything against the law. I mean, he was just raided by the FBI, and you know they did stuff to him that is really another A-10. Probably see him. Yep, exactly, Joshua. Exactly. They're scared that the problem is that the FBI likes to exaggerate. Okay. Oh, it's this, that, and the other. I want to see them come and try to do something like that to me, because I know the law and they cannot violate my rights. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go into that much, but what they did to him was just unheard of. I just don't care for that to happen. What do they do? Think he's a threat? He's just a normal citizen of the United States. I mean, come on. Just presenting information that is already public, and there is speculation out there. Yeah, big deal. I mean, are they scared that he gave them the right information? Yeah, come and try it and take him. I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of him at all. I mean, let him come and try it. Seriously. I mean, all I'm doing is my thing. I'm only looking at information that's publicly available when I write my articles. So yeah. If they don't want anything like that out publicly, they shouldn't be posting anything like that. That's the way I look at it. Let them. I have a hobby that I love very much. I love documenting aircraft. I love documenting aircraft that are retiring. I love documenting aircraft that are out there in our fleet, things like that. I don't say, they're going here. I don't speculate that. I don't speculate exactly where they're going and what they're doing. A lot of people on my spotting group say, "Oh, well, be careful what you post." Be careful what you post. What? We can't post pictures of where they're coming from? I mean, come on. It's public knowledge, people. We're talking, Mr. Big Mouth. We're talking about Yor Garnu, who runs the Dreamland Resort website, and we're talking about how he got raided and things like that. So he got raided by the FBI. We're just talking about it. We got A-10s flying around, Mr. Big Mouth. So once you just missed it, we had a bunch of them. We had a bunch of them landing and doing their low approaches and things like that. So we might have a couple more coming in. We don't know yet. But if they wanted nobody to see what was in the base, any of these Air Force bases, then they would have to put at least 1.5 miles distance between their gates and their fences, so to prevent people from looky-loos like myself seeing what's going on. I have not been harassed once. I did have one time. I was sitting at the back gate. Classified A-10s. He made a good laughter there. That was funny. But no, I'm sitting there at the back gate of Wilmot and Valencia area, and I'm sitting there in a half circle, and I accidentally fell asleep because I just got off work. I'm sitting there, and I'm getting dusted by a CBP helicopter. Okay, shaking my car and everything like that, and I look up, and they're just maybe, I'd say, about 50 to 100 feet above me, above, where their gate is. And they're shaking, they're trying to wake me up. They woke me up, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, cool, helicopter. What the hell are they trying to do? And then I look over, and I see the base police over at the gate. Nobody's coming up to my car. No, I wasn't drunk, Joshua. I was tired. I just worked a 10-hour shift. And I usually, what I do is I go by the base where nobody sits and it's pitch black. And it just so happened in the morning, I was there for like 5 or 6 hours knocked out. So that's something that happened to me. You know, so, but they never harassed me. I never had a problem when I'm spotting. I follow all the rules. I know you got jokes, but I follow all the rules and regulations. I stay away from, I don't go up to the gate. I don't sit there and, you know, photograph the infrastructure like they don't want, you know. I only capture the planes coming in and out. That's all I do. And I'm pointed away like I am with my car right now. I'm pointed away from the base. So I'm not a threat to them. I've never had anybody mess with me. I've never had anybody give me a hard time. Oh, well, I was over in California. Yeah, they gave me a hard time over at the Victorville Logistics Center because, you know, hey, yeah, a friend of mine were taking photographs of the Omega tankers and things like that, but, you know, same thing over at Palmdale. They got really anal about us taking photographs toward the building. I mean, come on. I can understand. It's not a problem. I mean, I just say, oh, well, I'm sorry, you know, I'm just taking pictures of these planes here that are public land. Big deal. And I realize they want to protect everything. That's fine and dandy. I completely agree with that. But, you know, they can't mess with my free speech. If I'm on public land, like I'm on public land here, you know, they can't mess with me. They can't mess with either of you, the fellow spotters out there. They can't mess with you guys. Because you're not doing anything wrong. All you're doing is taking pictures of the planes. And you're watching the planes take off and land. Same thing at the airport. I've had the police one time come up to me and ask me what I was in. But I see the problem with that. I used to work at the airport. The Tucson airport. And I was up on the very top of the parking garage, which is reserved for employees. You know, and that's a no-no. I had parked on the second level, which is a parking area for the airport. You know, you can park there for days, weeks at a time. But I had walked up onto the top because the Antonov 124 was taking off, and I got a video of him and pictures of him taking off, and I was waiting for the FedEx 767 to come in because that was his time. And so the police came up and they said, well, you know, what are you doing up here? You know, this, that, and the other. I said, I'm just an aircraft spotter taking photographs, this, that, and the other. I said, I'm parked down there on the second level. I'm not parked up here. I just walked up the stairs, you know. Literally, if they didn't want anybody up there, they should have put a gate that you have to badge in. That's what I don't understand. It's like some of these FBOs out there. Like, I'm not going to mention the FBOs here, but don't worry about it, Joshua. Don't worry about it. You know, the FBOs are very, you know, there's a popular FBO here in Tucson that likes to harass people when they've got their planes out there, okay? And they say, well, we're going to call the police. I said, hey, you know what? I'm not taking pictures. I'm only sitting over here looking at the planes. Then I secretly take my pictures. But then I put the cap back on my camera, and that's all I do. I just walk over, you know. But I don't poke the bear. Let's put it that way. And that's kind of with the way all spotters, it's common sense. Yeah, Mr. Big Mouth, he was just kidding about the A-10s. He was joking about it. let's see what we see in the binoculars. Got the binoculars sitting here. Now these binoculars, guys, your best bet if you're going to go spotting, get yourself a good pair of 10x50s. That's what I have. You can buy them at Walmart for like $31. I mean, shoot, I've had these things for, I don't know, they're Simmons, Pro Sports. Great pair of binoculars. You can see everything. It's pretty awesome stuff. I wonder what time it is here. Let's see what time it is. Oh, 11:38, okay. I'm going to put the window up here for a minute. Just leave it down a crack. You know, so, you know, like I said, it's just common sense, you know. There's a lot of people out there like planespotters.net or whatever the case may be, spottingguy.net, that actually tells you kind of like, you know, hey, this is what you should do and what you shouldn't do, you know, and they update it when things happen, you know. Like right now, I'm actually working with the airport to see what can be done about getting a spotting location. Oh yeah, General, private companies are real anal. I know Lockheed Martin is very anal about their security. Because like I said, I was in Palmdale. We were going to head over to BJ's Corner to go spotting, and my friend and I, we actually sat there and we were taking pictures of the only civilian owned, well, second or first civilian owned F-16. And of course there was an F-104 Starfighter, you know. Yeah, Mr. Big Mouth. Yeah, you can get them really cheap, but the really good ones, like these Simmons that I have. Yeah, Hellendale. I heard about that. I heard about Hellendale. It's not fun. But I was saying these binoculars have been with me for like 2 or 3 years now. I bought them. Let's see. I bought them. I'd say 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and I loaned them to my friend, and he said, "Boy, these are good. I want a pair of them." I said, "Well, go to Walmart. Walmart's got them." You know. Now, for my camera, I bought what they call a Temu lens. I forget what the brand is, but it's an off-brand. I bought a 400 by 800 telephoto lens for my camera, my Nikon that I have, and it does wonders. I mean, literally, it goes up to 800, but it gets dark. These binoculars are Simmons, Simmons. Simmons 10x50 Pro Sport. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at Walmart, and they're real cheap. They're less than $40. I have never had a problem with them. I take the lenses off and I clean them. I blow the dust out, and literally you can unscrew the caps. You can unscrew. See, look, I'll show you guys. Let me show you. I'm actually unscrewing it now. You can unscrew the lens, okay? So here's the binoculars with no lens. You can put them back in and screw them back in, and then clean them and do what you got to do. It's pretty. Oh yeah, Joshua, I've dropped these so many times it isn't funny. I've dropped these like 6, 7, 8 times already, and they've got rubber. They got rubber all around the binoculars. You shouldn't have a problem. Like I said, I've dropped these quite a few times. Like I said, I take the ends of the and I blow it out with a blower that I use for my my camera. I use one of those squeegee blowers. That's one of the reasons why I have a donation link up there on the channel, because I'm trying to gain more capital so I can do a lot of I can buy the equipment I need, and I can actually bring these live streams to you guys. No, these are glass, actually. These are glass, Joshua. These are glass. It's all glass. It's good glass too. It's not no plastic garbage. I've actually had to twist these off to actually get. I had some sort of condensation inside of them, and was fogging up the lenses. And so as I'm unscrewing these, I'm actually blowing them out and putting a microfiber cloth down there to clean them out. I've not scratched them up at all. I mean, literally, I've dropped these several times. And if I drop them again, I'll just go get another pair. I don't care. I mean, that's how cheap they are. That's how cheap they are. I mean, but they're good quality. They're not garbage. Now, if anybody who is a plane spotter out there that has a Nikon, I have a Nikon D3300. I'm looking for a decent lens for it. You know, maybe you could donate it to the channel or something like that, or whatever. But if you have one, you know, I'd be grateful. I like this one I got from Temu, but yeah, try that with a Canon lens. Yeah, you break it. I've got a 100 to 400 Canon lens that's manual. I'm trying to see if I can find an adapter to fit my Nikon so I can actually use that lens instead of using a Nikon lens. And I think I have one. I'm gonna have to try it out and see if it works. If my adapter doesn't work, then I'll have to buy one. Because I was reading online that my Nikon will be able to fit Canon lenses from the EF lenses. I just have to get an adapter for it. I have yet to try it, though, you know, to see if it works. Hey, Joshua, I got news for you. The pictures I've taken with this Nikon, I stand by the Nikon, because I was originally a Canon guy. I still have my Canon T6. But the Canon T6 takes really good pictures. However, this one is a workhorse. The one I have is a workhorse. And it was affordable. It was free. Somebody gave this camera to me. And it came out in 2017. It's been a workhorse for me. Yeah, the ISO is really good. It works really good. I have mine currently set on P, which resets every time it takes a photograph. Like I have it. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, shit. Had a big ass black bug fly on me. Wow. That was big. See, I have mine, if you guys look, I'll show you. I have mine set on P, which resets all the settings. That'll actually, you know, that probably is. It was big. Big and black. Whoa, there goes. He flew in the window. I was like, what the heck? All the joys of being an airplane spotter. I think he flew out the window though. So at the lull of what's going on, we haven't seen any other aircraft come in. I think all the A-10s landed already. Sounds to me like we got an F-16 up. I think what I'll do is I'll probably cut this off about 2.5 hours. We might. Don't know yet. Yeah, really. Especially our sewer cockroaches that we have here in Arizona. Those things like to bombard you. They're like, I'm gonna fly and attack this guy. Yeah, okay. So we had A-10s flying. I mean, I can't see the flight radar right now because I'm live streaming, but hopefully we can check it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about, Joshua. Now, Nate was saying that Tron 21 was out there doing his thing. I don't know if he's coming back yet or not. I'm just going to scan the sky real quick. Haven't seen any F-15s at all. Nothing really coming in or going out right now, so I'm just looking at the sky. But like I said, if I have to stay out here for a little bit longer, it's not that hot out here. Really, it's just warm. Here's something. See, today would be a good day for contrails, which I did see one contrail earlier, and that was that business jet. I'm surprised none of the C-130s are flying. They could be, but we'll see. I'm gonna stay here as long as I can. I mean, it's gonna be over 2 hours, and we might run into a 3-hour live stream. Started about 10 o'clock ish. You know, never can tell what's going to happen. When I got here, there was absolutely nothing going on, and all of a sudden the A-10s decided to grace us with their presence. Of course, there's a dragonfly now flying around my car. Big dragonfly. See, the worst part about doing this type of live stream and to plane spot is just the wait over here at Davis-Monthan. It's just waiting for aircraft to come in, stuff that doesn't pop up on radar, things like that. You never know what will be here. And I'm looking all around me right now to see if there's anything sneaking up on us. Because those A-10s, those first A-10s, that they snuck up on us, and I didn't realize they were until they were above me. It's just the fun of it, just the fun of doing this chasing the airplanes. I mean, literally, when I'm off work, I'm sitting there doing this, having fun, enjoying myself. Like I said, the reason you guys are looking at the Northwest is because I want you guys to be able to catch it, see if it comes in, and it comes in with me. You know, it's. Josh, are you still here with me? I'm wondering if Joshua maybe left. I think he did. I think he did leave. He left me here by myself. But in any case, you know, it just doing these live streams are a lot of fun. I like to bring a lot of what's happening to you guys. Now, like I said, okay, good, you're still here. Great. You're probably at work, Joshua. Oh, okay. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you. I mean, literally, I think next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep up live ATC so we have some, you know, at least some radio chatter so you guys can hear. I think that's what I'm going to do on the next live stream that I do. I may do one from Tucson next week. I don't know yet. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do this as a weekly thing or not. Like I said before in the live stream, very cool, Mr. Big Mouth. Thanks for staying with me. I've got a video coming out called, well, it's not going to be called anything yet. I haven't decided a title for you, but it's about all the heavies that I've actually got on video. And it's going to be coming out probably within a week. And then I'm actually working on a farewell retirement video for the 787, or I'm sorry, for the N787RR Rolls-Royce testbed. It's currently up in Marana right now. Left Tucson on Tuesday and went to Marana. So it's just sitting there. From my friend, who works there actually was telling me that it's just sitting there. They pulled it up, they shut it down, and they're just leaving it there on the tarmac. So I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with it. I don't know. Hopefully they don't scrap the plane, and hopefully it goes to the museum. That's one big thing that I really want to see happen. Hopefully Pima Air Museum actually gets a hand on it. If they get their hands on it, that would be great. There'll be another test bed. Let's see, because the Rolls-Royce is Tucson written all over it. You know, like we all know, it's been in Tucson for about 21 or 22 years, something like that. And I don't want to see it be chopped up into little pieces. Excuse me. It's one of the last 747-200s. Yeah, we have one already, the General Electric one, but I think we need a excuse me, Rolls-Royce to be in with it. We've already got Sophia over there. We've already got the Orbis Flying High Hospital. We got the GE test bed. We've got the first 777 to come off the line. We've got this China Southern 737 over there. We have a 787 prototype, the second prototype. I mean, come on. We've got notable aircraft over there. Rolls-Royce is everything. Exactly, Joshua. Exactly. They would be stupid to scrap it and chop it up. They would be stupid, too. They would be dumb. Because that's an iconic aircraft. They originally were going to have a 747-400 replace it, but that was an ex-Qantas plane that they actually chopped up. It was completely gutted, chopped up, you name it, beer cans, whatever. It's just they didn't go forth with the program. They decided to keep the 200. For a minute there, for about a year, I think it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, the Rolls-Royce test bed was actually in Waco, Texas, for modification for the Falcon 10X engine. And I've got photographs of that. And the photographs that I have are on my article on Vintage Aviation News. The engine that you're talking about, is they did take it off, and I guess they left the engine housing there, and they put the original one back on. I don't know. I mean, they're literally taking pieces off of it, proprietary pieces off the aircraft. That's before they flew it out. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. I've got a friend who actually still works up there. I used to work at the same spot, the same place he worked, and like I said, I was fortunate enough to be there when they did they actually installed the long range tanks. And I was actually a part of that. They actually came out, the mechanics and the manager came up to my window and asked for parts and tools and things like that to help them out and things like that. So that was pretty awesome. I've actually got pictures of it inside. I got pictures of it. Got the cabin area where it was. Oh, I know. So same thing with California, Joshua. Same thing with California. California's got so much history. In fact, my spotter friend used to work for Hughes, and he did a long time. He was a long time employee of Hughes before it became Raytheon, and they sold everything off and things like that. So he was telling me that he used to work right by Los Angeles International Airport, right next to it, right next door to it, basically. So much history going down. So much history. You got Dallas, Fort Worth, you got Waco, you've got California, Southern California, all that stuff has got some really good history. It's amazing. Okay, update. I'll give you an update. Don't see anything out there at all. I'm hoping Tron 21 comes back fairly soon. That would be nice to get a nice shot of him landing. The EA-37, that was called too. Yep, the old Hughes facility. I think it's about 12:30 right now. 12:02 actually. Yeah, McDonnell Douglas was in Long Beach. That's where the KC-10 and the DC-10 actually were built. All right, we're gonna check the binoculars here and see what anything's coming. I don't see nothing, and I don't hear nothing. Yep, many others. Lockheed Skunk Works was actually in Burbank. I've actually visited the Burbank facility a long time ago before they moved out to Palmdale. And SpaceX actually took over their building, believe it or not. And I also have pictures of the SpaceX building too, and the very first Falcon 9 booster. It's pretty awesome stuff. I've got it in my pictures somewheres. Got the old air conditioner running. It's getting pretty warm out there. No, I have not. I have not met Gil. I met Chuck Yeager once before he passed away. The man himself. But I met Gregory Boyington before he died. I met a lot of cool aviators. Bob Hoover, I met him. He was doing his strike performance over in Schenectady County Airport in New York. And the Blue Angels were performing, and he was there. And I met him. I shook his hand, and I did not think to get an autograph from him. But you know that was an honor to meet him. It was also an honor to meet Chuck Yeager himself. It's very, very, very honorable. Back in 2023, I went to Edwards Air Force Base with my friend, and we went to Century Circle, got a nice photograph, a long-range photograph of the old Happy Bottom Riding Club that burned down. And it's just when you go out there to Edwards, why is that, Joshua? Why do you think that? Tell me. I'm curious to know. No, now I might have met you in person. Most likely, if you live in Tucson, yes, I've met you. Yeah. I was at the Century Circle with a buddy of mine who lives in Chino. He's got he posts a lot of photos out there. He works only with a cell phone and his iPad. He doesn't have a sophisticated camera system like we do. And I actually went to Century Circle and went to see Balls 8 up there at the North Gate, and I've went to Lancaster, Palmdale area. I mean, I've been all around. We went to China Lake. We went to see the museum up there in China Lake. It was really cool. It was a really cool experience. And it was funny the way we went to see it. We weren't planning to go up to China Lake, and about maybe a couple of days before I drove out there, he says, "Hey, I have an idea. Let's go to China Lake when you get here." I'm like, "China Lake?" My first reaction was classic. I said, "Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go." South Base, yep. Yep. I've been there. North Base is where the North Gauge is where the Ball's Age is situated, and that's the entrance you can get to Dryden, the Dryden Research Center. It's right off to the left. I have a good friend of mine that works at Dryden right now. I met him up at BJ's Corner up there in Palmdale. Wow, it got quiet all of a sudden around here. Got real quiet. I am surprised how quiet it got. Yeah, South Base is the one. Yeah, that's where they're building the new flight test museum. I was there. I've got pictures of the new flight test museum, but before the walls went up, it was still under skeleton. They're still trying to build that thing. They just don't have enough funding for it. And they got the YC-17 or no YC-15 out sitting outside, and then they got the YC-14 here at Pima. Been around a lot of Southern California, I'll tell you that right now. 2023 was a vacation year for me. I actually did 2.5 weeks in California the first time in June, and in September I did almost a month out there. I was actually sleeping out of my car, in fact. Yeah, exactly, Joshua, exactly. They're moving a lot of, there's a lot of planes in storage over at Edwards that are for the museum. They just don't have the room for it. Oh yeah, we were up there when we were up there the second time, or the first time when we went up to the Century Circle. Century Circle has got the old Edwards Tower over there as well. I was sitting there with my friend, and all of a sudden I heard kaboom, and I turned around, and my friend's like, "Yeah, sonic boom. You'll hear a lot of those out here." Like it was commonplace for him. And then when I was at BJ's Corner with my other friend that works at Dryden, it kind of surprised me when I heard it the second time. He said, "Oh yeah, we have sonic booms down here all the time." See, we got something. Looks like there is a 737 United landing over at the airport. Still going, the traffic is still going northwest to southeast, which is good. That's still good. We still got traffic going the direction that we want. Now, Joshua, do you live in Arizona? I'm trying to remember if you do or not. I'm wondering, we may have crossed paths if that was the case here in Arizona. I think I might have met you once. I think we might. I think I did meet you over in California, Joshua. I think I did meet you over in California. I think you might have gone. You might have been at the Blackbird Air Park at one point or another. Because I recognize your name. Your not your real name, but your spotting name, your photog. Guys, if you haven't checked out Joshua's stuff, go check him out. He's photog. I think he's photog on Instagram as well. I'm not quite sure. Check him out. He's pretty cool guy. Yeah, that's a high chance. Yep, I think maybe I was there with my buddy Scott. I don't know if you know him. He's Scott. His name's Scott Manning. Scott runs a lot of. He runs the Chino Airport page. He runs the Lockheed Martin page, the Northrop Grumman page. Oh, okay. But where in the world have I seen your name, your spotty name from? Jeez. Trying to think. You do know Scott Manning. We are one guy removed. What does that mean? No. My channel is Aircraft Expeditions. This is what we got here. I don't know a guy named. Interesting. I might have seen you on Instagram or something. I don't know. Yeah, Scott Manning is a really close friend of mine. He's one of my good friends. I first met Scott in 2023. We became really good friends. I asked him to be a part of the. Okay. No, I wasn't, Joshua. Maybe the Martin Mars page. I don't know. Martin Mars page, possibly. I don't know. Because I was at the last landing of the Philippine Mars up in at Lake Pleasant. Trying to think of everywhere I've been that I might have run past with you. Yeah, you got me too, man. You got me too. I have no idea. But hey, it's all the same. We know each other now. We know each other on YouTube. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some more of these, but not. I'm going to do them at different airports. Of course, I'm going to do one at Tucson Airport. I'm going to do one here. If there's something going on here at the airport, if there's something going on here at Davis-Monthan, I'm definitely going to be here. But like I said, usually Thursdays are retirement or divestment days, and those are the best days to come in because there's a lot of traffic. I guess because of the government shutdown, they're not doing much of anything until it opens back up. So it's not a bummer because we got A-10s that were flying in and so on and so forth. Joshua, do me a favor. Can you look at where Tron 21 is on ADSB? I'm going to see how far out he is. See if he's still doing loop-de-loops over there by Safford. I'd appreciate it. Because if he's still out there doing his thing, then I think we're going to cut this off at 2 hours and 40 minutes. But we'll see. We'll stay with you guys. It's been almost 3 hours. I may go for the full 3 hours. I don't know. Like I said, I'm surprised none of my aircraft spotting friends are out here right now. Thanks, Joshua. You know, it's going to be funny if I go off the live stream, and all of a sudden I see something big coming in. I'm gonna have to get photographs of it. Okay, he's still out there. Is he still doing loop-de-loops? He probably won't be coming back till about 2 o'clock. That's about the time I saw him the other day. I'm hoping maybe we'll be able to catch him. That'll be kind of a highlight of the day so far. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there hasn't. Yeah, yeah. We haven't had anything come in since those last A-10s came in. I was thinking that we might have some F-15s that came in from Kingsley or from somewhere else, but unfortunately not. Oh well. Well, hey, it's not a total loss today. We got the CA-10s landing. We'll see what happens, I guess, here. We'll stay another 20 or 30 minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day. But you know what's kind of interesting, guys, is seeing the new 747-8, the new 747-8 that is being tested and modified for the new E4C. I saw it go overseas. What was a couple days ago, and I took off from from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and did a complete over the ocean flight to looks like it might have been Britain or whatever. All right, we got something out there. Let's see what it is. It's probably a commercial flight. That it is. Looks like American or Delta. Looks like American. Well, no, I saw it on ADSB, Joshua. I saw it. I was tracking it to see if it would come this way, but it never did. It took off from Wright-Patterson and went overseas. It was doing testing over in I think it was Dallas or where was it? Dallas or San Antonio. It flew. See, what they're going to do is they're going to retire the E4B, and they're going to go with the E4C, which is like they got like 3 or 4 of them trying to get activated. Yeah, I just saw it on the ADSB. I didn't see it in person. Yeah, probably Waco. They do a lot of the communications. That's where a lot of these EA-37s came out of. They were originally called Flight 09, Flight 08, Flight 07, and then they came over to Davis-Monthan. Awfully quiet. Awfully quiet. All right, they're descending. What location are they at, Joshua? Okay. Are they over? Safford, or where they're at? Where are they at? Okay, Lawrenceburg. Yeah. Take him about maybe 20 or 30 minutes to get here. If he is coming back. I know he went up between 8 and 9 this morning, so I know that for a fact. That's about the time he leaves every morning. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, that's good. Good, Joshua. So what Joshua's saying, guys, because I know this chat's not going to be live later on. He's saying that the EA-37 should be over the I-10 in about a few minutes, according to the flight tracker. See what happens here. I'm just watching the sky, guys, just see if I see anything doing a high approach, which I don't see yet. Don't really see anything. Yeah, Joshua, what happens is he drops off a radar because of the ground clutter over in that area. It happens. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it up here at 2 hours and 45 minutes. We're at 2 hours and 36 minutes. I just wanted to thank everybody, give this time in to thank everybody for joining. Joshua, thanks for joining with me. Guys, please like and subscribe. We got more videos coming out here pretty soon. If you want to go ahead and support the channel, just go ahead and go up to the donation link, or we have our merch link up there as well. Check it out. We've got some really cool items up there. We got Philippine Mart. We got a Martin Mars T-shirt, mug. We've got the KC-10 retirement T-shirt with our logo on it. Just like I said, helping the channel. I appreciate it. We want to be able to provide more of this. We want to be able to go to different places instead of just the local here. So if you could help us out, that would be great. We've got many ways you can actually help us out. The donation link goes right to PayPal. If you want to check it out and just drop whatever you can, that's great. But like I said, we've got 2 more videos coming out so far. We're almost finished with the first one. It's basically about the heavies. Look for that. It's going to be basically the heavy aircraft that have come into Tucson. I'm still trying to find my AM-124 footage. Okay, she flashed over Wilcox. I think what we'll do then, we'll stay. We'll stay online. We'll stay live until she gets here, I guess. Okay, sounds good, Joshua. Awesome. Thanks for that heads up. But like I said, we really greatly need the help on the channel. All of our subscribers, we appreciate you very much. And for the merch shop, I'm working on getting a discounted code, and it's only going to be for subscribers. Now, if you want to order something from the merchant shop, let me know. Merch is going to be a certain percentage off for you. We're working on getting that code up and running and available for all of you. We want to make sure that you can get, since you are a subscriber, we want you to be able to get a nice discount off of what you order. Be great. We're still working on that as we speak, so I appreciate it. But we're gonna wait and see what happens. She's over Wilcox right now, right, Joshua? And she's probably right near Wilcox. Because I know between Wilcox and Lordsburg, there's not much signal out there as far as, aircraft signal. They kind of drop off a radar right around there. Let's see what we can see. What's the altitude, Joshua? Okay, 18.6. All right. Sounds about right. They usually start descending about Wilcox or past Wilcox. Well, see what happens. Just scanning the sky right now, guys, to see if anything else is coming in. Okay, 160. Yeah, he's coming back. Definitely coming back. So, guys, those of you who joined us again, or joined us, we've got an E-837 inbound to Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. You'll be, excuse me, you'll be able to see what's going on here shortly. We may be at over 3 hours today, guys. It's pretty awesome. Dropped off her radar. Joshua's giving me the play-by-play on what's going on with it on radar, guys, just so you know. So I appreciate him looking out for us. Unfortunately, yes, Joshua. He's asking if I'm a smoker. Unfortunately, I am. I didn't know that you noticed that. I've been doing it for a couple of times during the live stream. That's interesting. Well, looks like we got a EMS truck going along Alvernon. Okay, so he's probably really close to us. Let me see if we can see him. Yeah, my phone's got a really good mic, guys. It really does. I normally use what they call lavalier mics to walk around and, you know, not to get the background noise. As far as, you know, if it's really windy outside or whatever, then I'll use the lavalier mics. Yeah, I cough a lot, but, you know, that's the way it is. Okay, so he's at 10,000 feet and dropping. How far away from Davis-Monthan is he? Let's see what we got here. Got another EMS truck going along Alabama. What's going on? That's interesting. Yeah, well, hey, it's the only vice I have. I don't see him in the pattern as of yet, so we'll scan the sky a little bit. Probably be on final approach. I'm not sure if the winds might have changed. They normally change about this time of day. If he's going to the other side, there's no point of us actually looking around for him anymore. Looking through the binoculars to see if I see him on final. So west to east, so northwest to east. I got you. Okay. So northwest to southeast is what he's looking for. What we're looking at. I don't think I'm inside. He's inside of the base yet. No, you're fine. You're fine. But when I get him in sight, we'll jump out of the car and we'll take a look at him. I'll definitely see him. And I don't see him on. I do not see him at all. Well, one of these days, Joshua, you ought to come over to Tucson and do some plane spotting with me. That'd be kind of fun. You'll be able to see where I'm spotting these planes from. Be kind of nice. Be able to get to see the area where we plane spot over here. Be kind of nice. I'm wondering if he was going to a different spot here. Well, Dark Star is still at Palm Springs. So it's still there, but they got it hidden away somewhere. I don't know why they don't permanently put it on display. I really don't. Yeah, I did a video about it. A friend of mine actually got a walk around of Dark Star, the one from the movie. I never got to see it in person myself. For those of you joining us just now, we are waiting for an EA-37 to come on final. Hopefully, it'll be here shortly. He's probably doing a long approach. That's probably what he's doing. We're trying to see what's going on. Yeah, wrong is him. Get it right there, Joshua. Get it right. I'm wondering if he landed on the other side where Joshua. I'm wondering if he landed on the other side. He might have. But I would have if he would have done a. You know, Joshua, me too. But unfortunately, the Janets are actually are hidden from view from the base. Unfortunately, I've gotten a couple photos, but they were from friends that actually work over there at the Boneyard. Yeah, I think the EA-37 landed on the other side. Joshua, is he still airborne? That you can see anyway? That's right, Mr. Big Mouth. Those are the ones that fly from Las Vegas International to all points. Joshua, you might want to close out your ADS-B and then relaunch it, because that happens to me a lot too, especially when I'm looking at it for too long. Now, does it look like he's down over the base, or does it look like he's down somewhere else? I think he might. I don't think he's down. I really don't, because I would have seen him land over here, unless he landed on the other side, which I sincerely doubt. It's very possible that if I see an airliner taking off that way, I'll know, because you can actually look and see at the Tucson airport to see what the tracks are for the wind direction. Trying to. I don't see any aircraft taking off. No, actually, it looks like they are landing. Because I see an aircraft out in the distance here. They're landing at the from northwest to southeast again. So. I'm looking with the binoculars here. I don't see anything on final approach yet. Okay, let's see what we can see here. He's got to be somewhere around here. Yeah, I don't see anything at all. I'm sure he'll be here. Yeah, he dropped off at 7,900 feet, which basically means either he's down or he's turned his ADS-B off. Which I doubt it. Left-hand pattern, huh? Okay. I would have heard him go over top of me because he's not that quiet. He's not that quiet. I would have seen him out there already. I might see a shimmer of an aircraft out there. I don't know if that's him or not. It's a negative Ghost Rider. Nope. Not a dang thing. It's interesting. $7,950 feet, huh? I'll bet you he's just doing pattern out there somewhere. I don't think he's anywhere near DM yet. He could be flying around over by the base. I don't know. On the east side of the base. It's quite possibly. We'll see what happens here. We'll try to hold out for a little while longer. Boy, you guys, you both, Mr. Big Mouth and yourself, have stuck with me for almost 3 hours. That's awesome. Appreciate that very much. Very much. That's great. That's great to have people that are interested in this kind of stuff. He's popping on the east side. That's kind of what I thought. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the car and see if I can see him popping around over there. Let me see what's going on here. Give me 1 second. Well, Don't see him. Do not see him. Yeah, me too. But still, if he took off from the southeast, I'd be able to see him go right over top of me. That's the only thing. And I would have heard his engines. No, I don't have a scanner. Unfortunately, I just, like I said, you know, no extra money to buy a scanner. I have a live ATC, but I don't know if I can run it while doing a live stream. I can give it a try and see what happens, do a test stream, and keep it private. But like I said, I'm not a real fan of live ATC, but it's I've already paid for the lifetime for live ATC, $9.95, and I get everything. Yeah, he probably landed. Anyway, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it quits for today. And I just want to thank everybody that joined us for this 3-hour live stream. Oh, my goodness, 3-hour live stream. Not much happening, just the A-10's landing and a possible ominous EA-37 supposedly coming in, but we haven't spotted it yet. So I want to thank everybody again. Please like and subscribe if you want to donate to the channel. There's a donate link on the links up there on the very top of the channel. We also have merch for our subscribers. We're going to have a discounted code for our subscribers. So if you want to order something from the merch store, let me know. Just message me or try to get a hold of me somehow, and we will. I'll get you the code for that once I have the code up and running. So you guys have a great day. Again, we're going to do this again. Watch out for the two new videos coming out about the heavies and about the Rolls-Royce test bed. It's going to be a tribute video for it. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. You guys have a great day, and God bless you, all of you, and keep your eyes to the sky.